Hello ENC 91 second Biterm students. This is your professor Michael Bloomberg, and this video is designed to introduce you to the coursework related to week 4 of the semester. I am on the Blackboard, our Blackboard homepage, and from the homepage, as always, I'm going to click on weekly assignments. And from there at the top, I'm going to click on the week 4 folder. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just look at the coursework PDF document. You have the very same file also as a Word document, so if you have trouble with one, you can always refer to the other. But I'll just take a look at the PDF document, and when I do so, I'll need to adjust the camera a little bit just so we can look at the assignments for this week. So bear with me as I readjust the camera. Okay. We'll start with with the readings. This week, I want you to review the assignment sheet for the narrative essay. This is continued from last week, and it is something that we looked at last week. All over about the shouting, chapters 5 and 6, pages 52 to 68. And again, these are reading assignments only, but they should be completed before you begin any other tasks. Submitted assignments this week. Well, the rough draft of the narrative essay is due this week, so please review the assignment sheet carefully. You will find that assignment sheet in the week 4 folder, but also feel free to go back to week 3 if you want to review the video as I went over the assignment sheet in that particular video in week 3. I also put a note that you may feel free to draw from the pre-writing activity that you completed last week. You guys did a pretty good job overall with that in terms of getting some ideas for the essay assignment. Please note your due dates this week. This assignment, along with the discussion board assignment and the paragraph development module on My Writing Lab, all of them are due no later than 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, April 13th. Just mentioned the Blackboard discussion assignment, but again, you have one of those this week. It relates to chapters 5 and 6. We can take a look at that in just a moment. And the paragraph development module on My Writing Lab. We are working currently at about a module per week, which I know that's an awful lot. And I have received a couple of emails, understandably, from some of you who are really stressing a bit about meeting those deadlines. If you're having trouble, always email me, but we have to keep the deadlines moving because we're such a condensed class. So keep in mind, we're taking what is normally a 16-week long class and cutting it down to 8 weeks. So the deadlines do move a bit faster for you guys. Okay? Let me go back to the week 4 folder. I might have to readjust just a little bit again. Bear with me as I do so. Sorry about that. So again, the essay assignment sheets is listed both as a Word and PDF document. Feel free to draw up on it. I'm going to have to do some camera movement here, so I'm sorry about that, but I want to make sure that you're able to see everything as we go down. The narrative essay rough draft, I'll do a little bit more adjustment so you guys can see that. And you can see the listing for that. And you just follow the link as always and click the Browse My Computer option to upload that. The discussion board link is down below. I'm not going to move the camera too much more, but if you're on Blackboard, you can follow along. I'll click on that. We'll take a moment to go over it. So let me click on it. And what I'll have to do is reposition the camera again just so that we can get everything into view. Now, I apologize for the jumpy camera here, but make sure we get everything. It's a little bit of a crooked view, but I think you can see it. All over about the shouting chapters 5 through 6. So the questions state, what do you think of the chapter title When God Blinks? In chapter 6, what do you make of Rick Bragg's honest revelations about his family's use of racial language? Why do you suppose Bragg's neighbors decide to help him? This is, of course, referring to the African-American family who are very gracious to Rick Bragg and his family. Lastly, why do you suppose that Bragg wanted to scream at the end of chapter 6? So again, Monday, April 13th to finish that particular discussion board assignment. And one other thing, if I can readjust camera, this will be the final thing. Bear with me for a moment. I'm going to go back to the weekly folder. And you're not getting this in your review, but there is a link for the My Writing Lab Learning Path at the bottom. I'm going to click it. And I might have to readjust camera one more time here, and I will actually. Because what I want to show you, so far you've completed basic grammar and the craft of writing modules. We're moving right through the sequence here. And paragraph development is the next module, and it is 9 topics long. And it's just going to introduce you to different paragraph modes, from describing, narrating, all the way on down to argument. So there are 9 pencil topics that you will need to work through. There we go. Got them in the picture that time. So you got overview and animation. Remember that you need to complete at least 1 recall and 1 apply before you take your post test. The goal is to turn as many of these pencils into stars as possible. But if you hit snags, it's okay. Just remember, we're going to factor everything into your overall score. If you have questions as you're working this week, this is a hectic week. I kept the reading a little bit light because of the rough draft of the essay that you have due. But if you have questions, feel free to email me. I'll make a video next week for the week 5 coursework when we get to that point. Email me if you have questions, and until then, so long and good luck.